happening with Sadia Khan, by the way? Did you become friends?
We made up. We got dinner later.
Sadia Khan and Goob having dinner here in New York. and we're gonna videotape it.
All right, guys. Welcome to the show. We had quite an interesting discussion before this episode that you'll never see. But today we're talking about some interesting stuff. We got some comments from you all. Vlad is wearing his tracksuit, which is great. We have to find a way to say without saying it out loud. We're going with PDs or PDFs. Good,
PDF,
fair?
No, PDF files.
PDF files. I think that's way too close.
How did you get involved in that?
Well, one, don't say it like that. Jesus Christ. I've always done little stories finding those people and bringing them to the light, but I had so many this week. I don't know. I snapped this last 2 weeks.
You went to somebody's house, right?
Yeah.
You flew to another city, right?
No, so I work with Hummus Fit, meal prep company. Code Goob, by the way. So it's a meal prep company in Long Island. I'm out there all the time doing marketing stuff. I'm really tight with the owners and stuff. And we were visiting a store that's opening up and helping out with some stuff and shooting some content. And we get a call from one of the videographers that works for the brand. Hey, he's here at the mall. Come by. Who is he?
The PD.
So he is a guy that came to one of our events.
You met him?
No. November, December, maybe of last year. He came to one of our events in person, filmed a bunch of women, like doing upskirts and weird shit like that, posted it online. Somebody saw the posts online, they recognized our branding, and they sent it to us, and they said, hey, I think this is from your event. There's some creep that's doing this upskirt stuff. Like, I just wanted you to know about it. How that person was on this website, I'm not quite sure, but we were glad that they sent it to us. We then looked at all the footage that we had from our event, because we're filming this stuff. We're on social media. We're filming this stuff, and we found there was one guy in particular that was at every single. He was out of frame in every single one of the pictures that he posts, and he was in frame when we found about the same timestamp.
I see.
So we were like, well, it's probably this guy. We had a picture of him, but we don't know for sure. Like, maybe we'll see him again sometime. Our videographer, 8 months later, sees him at the mall. And he says, hey, he's following around a bunch of young girls, like, teenagers. Underage girls, trying to photograph them. I can see him doing it right now. He's trying to upskirt them and stuff. Come here now. So we all stop what we're doing. And the Hummus Fit, it's like predominantly owned by all these Turkish guys. And it's like a big Turkish family. And so they're like all these Turkish guys and me packing this van. and we're driving. And it's like 40 minutes away. And the whole time we're talking to the videographer, like, follow him. And the guy's going from store to store around the mall, going to the food court, following little groups of young girls around, like videotaping them and taking pictures of them and shit, right?
That's crazy.
So it eventually, we're far away. The guy goes to leave, and our videographer follows him out and confronts him in the parking lot. And he gets a picture of his license plate, and a whole scene erupts, and people come, and he's like yelling at him, like, this guy's filming underage girls. Somebody kicks the guy's door in, he jumps in his car and drives away. And we noticed that the house is maybe 3 minutes from where the mall was, and we're already there anyway, so we just drive up.
To his house.
Yeah, just show up. And we get there, and the car is there, and the big dent in the door is there, so like it's his house. And we go and knock on the door. Mind you, background check this guy while we're driving, right, to figure out who he is. He's 34 years old. 34. And they'll play the video in picture-in-picture here or something. We have a bunch of proof of it, and we want to talk to him. He's been to multiple events that we have. We have Michael, come on out. Come on out, buddy. Don't go out. I'm going to show it to you. He posts creep shots. This is him, Drive-By Shooter 57. Michael, is that your username? Yo, Michael! But I knock on the door, and this dude's dad answers. And he's like, what's up? I'm like, hey, your son's been doing some interesting stuff. Maybe get him out here. No, show me what he's doing. And we show him all the stuff he's been doing, and the son pops up in the corner while I'm talking to the dad. And I call him by his username on the creepy website, and he just ghost disappears. Dad eventually slams the door on us. He's not coming out. So I go and I'm knocking on the neighbors' doors, saying, hey, if you have young kids or daughter, whatever, if somebody, son with a girlfriend, here's this guy across the street.
Oh, man.
His name, here's what he did, here's all his profiles, here's whatever. And I'm just door knocking on the neighbors, and we call the police. And they came, and they're like, yeah, there's not really much we can do, but we'll go inside. And they let him, the guy lets the police inside. And he says, the police comes out, and he said, as soon as I got in there, he handed me his phone and said, I deleted it all. And the officer looked at his phone, and everything through 2024 was deleted. All of the photos, 2025, 2 years worth of photos were deleted.
Taken, basically.
Yeah. So
and then
I put a video up. I put his face up. He had worked at Target that was right around the block, like 3 minutes away. A lot of the videos on the creep site were taken at a Target, more specifically taken at the Target that he worked at. So I called the Target up, and we went down there and showed it to them. They got rid of him.
they fired him.
Yeah, like immediately. One of the women that was actually in one of the videos from Target then went to the mall, because I posted it and tons of people saw it. She went to that mall, got him trespassed from the mall, and he apparently
Did he try contacting you, sending like a voice note or something, saying that leave me alone, or was it some other?
That was a
PD?
different. Yeah, that was a different.
Also
yeah.
PD.
No, that was Brian DaCosta, which is weird.
That one's a bodybuilder.
Yeah. Brian, he's a pro natural bodybuilder. I actually
What
follow
did he
him.
do?
Which that one was interesting because I know I've seen a few posts on that one. But can you tell us a little bit more about him? He's a bodybuilder.
Pro natural bodybuilder, WNBF, I think. Just like one of those dudes, always sponsored, putting out content and stuff.
How did you find out he was saying? Apparently you found out he was saying gross things online, right?
Some random dude DMs me, and he's like, "Hey, I have a video for you about Brian DaCosta," and I'm willing to, I'll listen to anybody. Sure, okay, send it to me. And he's like, "I've been playing Call of Duty Mobile with him for years," which apparently is a thing. Do you play Call of Duty Mobile?
No, I know kids that do though.
Do you play Call?
I don't.
You don't? Apparently, it's a thing. And he has a videotape of his phone, and it's Brian DaCosta talking about how he likes to touch tender 1 and 2 year old twins, like just all this weird stuff that like you couldn't torture out of me. And the guy recorded it and sent it to me. And Brian's like, "Oh yeah, I was just trolling." It's like so stupid, bro. Like, how is that what you're trolling about?
Well, who was the guy that contacted you and you told him, "Hey, if you mess with the kids or the animals, I'm gonna go after you, and I'm gonna keep going after you"? That was not him.
Holy smokes! I've done so many creeps this week.
Right.
You're talking about Jerry Wynn.
And you said if you're gonna keep on bringing social media back, I'm gonna keep destroying.
Oh yeah.
I will wait for you to get popular, and I will take it again. Every single time you think that you've gotten a little farther on social media, I will remind people what you did, and that's just the truth.
So that guy's a convicted sex offender who trains people or whatever, Diamond Fitness or something out in Texas, Beaumont, Texas, and he was trying to get. You can always tell when people are trying to put effort into social media. He was growing, and somebody sent it to me, and I snapped him. And I sent him a message just recently like, "Hey."
You took him down.
Yeah.
How did you do that?
I just this is the guy. He goes by Jerry, but it's not his real name. Because if you type Jerry into whatever, his sex offender registry doesn't come up. So I put his real name up, put up what his charges were, which were gross, and put up who he was. It was a 13-year-old girl, by the way. His victim was a 13-year-old girl, just like gross. And I told him, I was like, "Hey, yeah, you should probably just give up on social media. Like, go, do something else. Maybe a job where you don't interact with people." Or
Because he tried to tell you to stop messing with him, right? Basically.
yeah, he sent me some message, and I was like, "Yeah, buddy, that's not how this is gonna go." Actually,
You know what's very interesting? Talking about PDs, there was years ago there was a show on NBC, I think, How to Catch a PD.
Predator.
How to Catch a Predator. That's Chris Hansen.
Hansen.
It
Yes.
exists again.
But what's interesting about it is that the show was going on for maybe a couple of years, right? And then I found out that all those people that got caught, they actually filed for entrapment or something like this, and none of them actually got into like
Not true.
criminal. That's not true.
Not true.
That's what I
No.
heard. I don't know.
No, the show was canceled because Chris Hansen got on the scoreboard. They showed up to a bust, and the guy that they were busting went into the bathroom, pulled out a pistol, and unalived.
I heard about
Yeah,
that. Yes.
and for some reason that
He
was
pulled
bad.
out a pistol, and what happened?
He unalived himself. Yeah, took his own soul. And for some reason that didn't, if I'm MSNBC, I'm like, "Oh, hell yeah, we're on the board." But for some reason that tanked rating. I don't really understand, and they canceled the show. Like, I don't Do you understand that?
I heard about that for sure.
Yeah, but
but
that's
there's something else. But none of them I heard went to prison actually.
Tons of them went to prison.
They went to
He
prison.
did it for 17 years. He brought it back. Like, they're on True Blue TV now.
Oh really?
Hansen versus Predator. Get on YouTube. Free episodes.
I gotta check it out.
Hansen versus Predator. There's literally a free episode every week.
I mean, he was doing a positive thing. I thought.
Yeah.
Kind of like what you're doing now.
He's killing it. I mean, he's like the gold standard for catching. They have it down to like a science. Actually, like, I don't know. Like, they're doing all the creepy text into the guys and all that. I don't know.
Would you do that more so in the bodybuilding industry and go undercover?
Like what?
Like, I know, where Chris goes and gets information.
Oh, and like sending those messages to like
Yeah.
body.
Yeah.
Dude, it would be like shooting fish in a barrel, honestly. Like, that would just be on like a steak in front of a dog, like some of these dudes, bro.
Yeah, I have a feeling like, people would like to see more of that, but I mean, you never know, right? What ends up happening.
But I mean, there are super unhinged people. Like, they'll probably start unaliving themselves. Like, like I think your rate would be
yeah.
The crash outs would be severe.
Right.
Yeah, you're following the guys. You're like, okay, he posted 3 weeks ago that he just started his trend cycle. Let's send him a message.
It's a crazy topic, man. Crazy topic.
He drove 18 hours to come meet a 9-year-old.
Damn.
So what's happening with the 70H updates? You've been threatened by them again, or what's been happening?
So RFK put out a thing recently that they are very worried about it getting into the hands of minors and that type of stuff, which is interesting because I have a ton of footage of a project that I've been working on where we've been miking and camming up minors and sending them into smoke shops and seeing if they get ID'd when they buy 70H. And the answer so far has been predominantly no. We actually had one said, "Are you 21?" And the 16-year-old buying 70H said, "Yeah." And he said, "Okay," and handed it to him anyway.
Wow.
There's a huge concern about that getting into the hands of children because it's not regulated, right? It's just, you can buy it in a smoke shop. You can buy it in a corner store.
They're having them all over gas stations now, too. Right?
Yeah, you can buy it in a multitude of places. And it's, your 16-year-old could literally go buy almost heroin from a gas station.
What's the most absurd
bad.
thing you've heard about what it helps, prevents, cures?
Dude, a lot of them on the Reddit forums, they're like, it's for my back pain. And then you look at their post history and it's like, you're just a junkie. Like, admit it. Like, you have an addiction and I feel bad for you. But they're like, oh, I take this for my pain. Like, no, you're completely addicted to this thing. You're ordering tons of pills every single
Some
week.
people in comments saying it helped them kick other addictions, but then I guess.
Isn't that a crazy thing to say, though? They're like, I was addicted to this thing and now I'm addicted to this thing. Like, the answer there should be, let me work towards. I've gotten a ton of messages since I started talking about 70H of kids being like, hey, how do I get off of this? I've never taken it before. Like, how do I get off of this? And we offered resources to a guy the other day who was a huge fan of mine and said, hey, and he had a crazy story. I just met him at the Arnold. We took a picture of me and one of his friends. He said, this is my friend. He was actually shot and killed in a double homicide. Month or two after we took this photo, shortly after, I got addicted to this drug, 70H, and I'm still addicted to it. How do I get off of this? And I got him resources to talk to an addiction counselor and all that type of stuff. But
So why are you being censored, man? That's what I'm trying to understand. Like, you being censored left and right about this topic.
So
What's happening?
yeah, I got a huge account strike on my Instagram for promoting the sale of drugs, promoting the sale or use of drugs. And it was a video I did talking about how 70H is bad and that we need to not be intermingling and mixing with that type of stuff. And I don't know. I mean, there's a ton of Reddit forums and a ton of people that really want this to be legal. There's tons of money involved. It's a several billion dollar industry. And it's
70H, wow.
I mean, it's 28, 29 months old, maybe at best. Right. And there's 5-6 billion in the.
Are they going after you? Is the industry, people from the companies started going after you with lawsuits or anything?
No. I mean, I think it'd be worse if a big 70H company started suing me. It just looked horrible for them. So no, but I get a lot of my posts reported, and it's definitely those Reddit subreddits where they want it to remain legal. They see me as the devil. They've made so many crazy posts about me on there. Like, this is John Dorsey. Go report all his videos.
So what happens next? I mean, obviously now that the Olympia's coming up, would you ever see some of these companies exhibiting at the trade expos at Olympia?
I hope not. I'm gonna talk a bunch of shit.
And if you see them, what would you say to them?
What do you
At the
mean?
Olympia.
They're not gonna be there. Trust me.
Yeah, I'll look at that list to make sure.
I heard you can get a booth pretty easily at the Olympia. I mean, a lot of them sell out quick, but
Yeah. I just don't think that they have any reasonable, like, benefit of showing up to the Olympia. Like a 70H company at the Olympia. Like, who are you targeting here? Like,
right.
yeah.
So before we talk about, I actually want to talk about Olympia predictions and upcoming events. But you want to read some of these comments actually from the loyal listeners. Some of them are addressing the last topic of Sadia Khan. What's happening with Sadia Khan, by the way? Did you become?
Oh, we made up. We got dinner later.
Sadia Khan and Goob are having dinner here in New York, and we're gonna videotape it.
Nightmare blunt rotation. Okay. All right. So what video is this off of? Lottie Lux says, not sure if you're doing a documentary on her. I'm assuming Sadia Khan. But I have been bullied by her too for being white and a psychic. I'm not supposed to laugh, right? I mean, honestly, though, Lottie, you know what I would say to you? The list of people being bullied by Sadia Khan is vast and expansive. And, you know, it's not that you're white. It's not that you're a psychic. It's just that you're a human being. And Sadia Khan cannot help herself. She tried. Me.
Have you seen a lot of people come out of the woodworks now that also kind of are like against Sadia as well, and are like, hey, backing you and all the
Every day, bro, I get sent crazy messages where she had some unhinged interaction with them in DMs, telling them they're fatherless, they're porn addict. If they're women and they have a kid, they're fatherless single hoes that gave it up too early and never got married.
Wow.
Even if there's like pictures of a dad in like all the pictures. And if they're men, they're balding, short, loser, fat porn addicts. And that's it.
And that's like the constant theme that you see all
two
the time.
camps. That's it.
Last time you said she threatened you with a lawsuit, you threatened her with a lawsuit, and then what happened a couple of weeks from?
Well, he replied to her.
Yeah.
He replied to her, right?
And all of a
her,
sudden,
like,
her
warning
attorneys couldn't figure out how to hit the send button on the emails. It's just like it's
They
crazy.
disappeared.
and they disappeared after
Amazing. Yeah, just like all of a sudden they just couldn't reply to an email. Like,
Wow.
They can't find the send button. They will possibly eventually. Maybe they'll hit send. But I think they've just f***ed off into the ether now. I looked up the firm. It's like they do estates and trusts. It's like not
at all.
a social media, because there's like specific. So you have to understand these things. Imagine if like I came to you with some, you know, you don't know anything about the internet and you're just in the real world and you're like, yeah, the reels and then the con and all the comments and the shares and the like, what are you talking about, bro? Like, who's this? All right.
Let's go to the next one.
All right, Avery Stewart 3117 says, do a video on shreds. Where are they now?
We spoke about shreds last episode a little bit.
I think we know where the core three are, right? Paige Hathaway promoting the protein powder while our house burns down. We got Devin Physique, runs the OnlyFans.
Does he really? Is that what happened to him?
He runs a stable of OnlyFans girls, and he's got a podcast. Actually has a podcast with a friend of mine. And then number 3, out of the ashes, we have Joseph Swoll, and he's doing the mind your business and cleaning up the gym community. So
How about the owner?
the owner?
Arvin.
I don't know anything about Arvin.
You never met him?
I know.
I met Arvin actually.
I don't know what he's doing right now. Doesn't he have Rise?
No, that's
Last we heard, he was actually trying to get, I don't know, shreds started all again.
Oh, dude, Shreds 2.0 would be so funny because, like, there's just people that would be like, no! It would be super controversial.
Shred's still actually in business. They have a website. They're selling some product. I don't know how much they're selling, but they're still in business.
No way.
Yeah, man.
Shreds.com?
Last time I saw a couple of years ago, yeah. Or Shreds, supplements, whatever.
Oh, my God.
See, they're still in business. Just the name is so strong. They're selling it years after that.
What happens if I put something in the cart? Wait, Shop Men? Bundles. Dude, this takes me back. Wait. All products. There's nothing on here. No. Sold out.
Sold out?
Wait. Okay. Burner Max for women. That's in stock. Oh. Burner Max sold out. Sold out. Okay. We can buy a book. Yeah, all the supplements look like that. No, we can buy a fat burner, high performance shreds. Wow. Good for them. They withstood the test of time. Let's see. I can't see a product label, though. They have reviews as recent as 8/5/2005.
See?
Rosalind Rosella says, just okay, 2 stars, gets you moving.
We met Arvin, actually. He's a very smart guy. He's a very smart businessman.
He built a bunch of cool.
Yeah, man.
I doubt he still owns this domain though. There's no way.
I'm not sure what the connection is anymore.
Yeah. There's no way. Jesus. All right, what else we got in
Oh,
here?
wait,
Yeah,
last
one more
comment.
question.
Not Marlon Wayans, 69. Very suspicious that could be Marlon Wayans. Goob, tell us about your credibility in bodybuilding. Are you a coach only or also a competitor with a capital C? So I used to compete in bodybuilding back in the day.
There's some pictures right now.
There's some pictures. Wait. Okay. I mean, I never felt like I deserved to go to nationals. And at the time that I was competing, like, it wasn't like everybody's like, all right, coach, are we going to nationals now? Just because they want to take a trip to Pittsburgh or Florida. I knew that there were just killers, like killers and killers and killers. This was 2016, 17, 18. Like, I had no business ever being at nationals. I would win my class and then not go to nationals because back then we had our heads screwed on, I think, in that. And you just knew, like, I'm not good enough to be there. And then I built a coaching roster right after I had some success in, just winning these smaller shows, and decided that I loved that more than, being hungry and pissed off all the time. So, yeah, I haven't competed since 2017, maybe.
You ever miss it?
No.
No, you don't miss it?
No, I love being, I love, the cool thing about what I do right now is I'm involved in the world that I really care about and like, and I don't have to do the things that I don't enjoy. Like, I didn't really enjoy, I like the training aspect of it. I never really enjoyed like put the tan on and get on stage and awkward stuff. Like back when I was doing it, they wouldn't even let you have glasses on stage. Like you can now. You couldn't have glasses on stage. So I just remember like the most miserable thing of my show days was taking my glasses off and I'd get like one-time use contacts and then be like struggling to put them in and then just felt weird all day. And I'd see my stage photos and I'd be like, I don't even recognize this guy. Like I don't have my glasses on. It was like weird. I tried to get them on once, and I was like, I'm going to keep them in my thing, and then just as soon as I get on, before I get out there, I'm going to throw them on. And the expediter goes, hey, whatever my number, 58, glasses. And I was like, no, I almost got there.
Would you ever consider going on stage ever again?
No, I'm old, bro. It would.
Hey, there's masters out there.
Yeah.
There is masters, yeah. Let's talk about Olympia. It's about 3 weeks away. How do you guys feel about it? And what do you guys think about people switching over to men's? Like,
you can say his name.
Ors, right? Switched to men's open. Wesley Visser's possibly switching. I think he's hinting at that.
Yeah.
Wesley shouldn't.
And
do
Keon
that.
Pearson as well is hinting towards it too.
Keon Pearson switched from 212 to.
Keon's isn't Keon hasn't done open yet? You're saying?
No.
He went classic
doing it.
212 now open.
Yeah.
He makes sense because I mean I don't know if you remember when Keon was coming up. He was completely natural, won his pro card, completely natural.
Yeah, no, I remember we covered it, and actually PJ Braun was one of the guys
because they sponsored him, right?
Yeah, they were sponsoring him, and he found.
Lexa.
I think PJ connected him with Flex Wheeler.
Yeah.
Yep.
And they all got together. They were training him, coaching him, and it's really incredible. He was actually natural for a while.
If you know what you're looking at and you see that guy, you're like, wow, he's natural, and he is going to be incredible when he's not. And wow, he went from being classic to not natural and not being able to fit in classic at all and probably barely fitting in 212.
Yeah.
So I think it makes sense for him. It makes sense for Urs. Urs always looked amazing, but like kind of, stringy because he had to do crazy stuff. I'm sure he was 20 pounds over cap. He had to be minimum to be that good in open and that good in classic at the same time. Like he was suffering to get that. And I think it's better for the sport. We remember George Peterson. George Peterson was one of those guys who was George Peterson? He was a 212 competitor that then got into classic as well, right? Mm-hmm. And what happened to him? Like, I don't know exactly how he died, but I'm sure it had something to do with, pretty extreme protocols leading up to a show and water cut and water manipulation and sodium and all that stuff. And it's not good on your heart. So I think it's good for the sport. I think we should encourage these guys like, hey, don't try to shrink yourself into this smaller category. Right. You should move. And Urs doing that and being successful, best thing. I was a little worried. If Urs did that and got smacked at that first show, it would be bad, I think, for the sport. Because you'd have guys that are like, I'm not going to move up because it didn't work for him. But now there's a ton of guys that are going to be like, you know what? Maybe my health is... I'm not saying bodybuilding is the pursuit of health, but also like it's probably healthier. Nobody clip me here. Yeah. It's probably healthier to be in the bigger class and not super cut a week before all your water and all your sodium and all your fluids to try to squeeze into classic.
And the prize money is much bigger.
these guys don't care about the prize money.
You don't think so?
Not that much. I don't think so. And what did he win at the Italy show?
I have no idea.
It's like 3/4K or something, maybe.
But yeah, I'm talking about Olympia, like the big shows. Like
Well, Urs is not.
Arnold
Urs might win the Olympia, just not anytime soon, right? Yeah, I don't think anybody's thinking about that. And also, if you are an Olympia contender and you are not thinking right now about Classic or Open, right? You're like, your division and you're carved out in it. Well, I guess Urs, no, maybe he's giving up a lot because he might have won. I see what you're saying. He might have won Classic, but
maybe.
But he probably doesn't have a good chance at absolutely dominating Open.
Speaking of prize money, do you feel like the Classic division should be getting paid more for the first prize I'm talking about at Olympia and at Arnold?
I think everybody compares it to the Open category.
Right.
And they're like, all right, well, compared to Open, we're only making this much. But I see it as the Open category is supposed to be so far away from everybody else's
It's
prize.
Mr. Olympia.
It is the biggest thing. It is the most insane category. It's the hardest category to fit into, and it's the hardest category to win. And I think that if you thought bodybuilding in your head, you would think that. And I have so much respect for Classic, men's physique, bikini, all of those.
All of them, honestly.
But I think it's very intentional that all of those classes are sort of here, and then it's boom up here. And I don't think the intent ever was, we're going to do 400K for the winner of the Open and then bring everybody else up to here. I think it's just saying this is what we want you to. Yeah, this is the pinnacle.
What about female bodybuilding? Because they are the equivalent of men's Open, right? The female Miss Olympia. Do you think their price should go up a lot?
I think that more people probably pay attention to bikini or figure. Before FBB it was figure and WPD were the
figure,
sort of like the pinnacle of that. I don't know. There's not a lot of places, and here's the problem, right? So is FBB the pinnacle when they don't offer it at a lot of shows? If I'm at FBB Pro, what shows can I compete at?
As a woman?
Wings of Strength.
They have a few of them, yeah.
How many? 3 or 4 shows?
Not that many, no.
Wings of Strength, Olympia, Arnold. Not Arnold. Wings of Strength.
Not anymore.
Olympia.
Because they banned it everywhere.
That's what I'm saying. So, is it the pinnacle if you can't really reasonably compete?
They should have more women's bodybuilding.
Yeah, and Jake Wood, I think, feels the same way. If you noticed at the Olympia, they had.
Yeah, he does. He's a big fan of big.
And he tries to give them their time because they don't get a lot of.
He's the only one that kept it going.
Yeah, they don't get a lot of time. They don't get all the stage time. I thought it was very nice that the Olympia last year, the year before, I attended in person, and it was like there were 10 routines for FBB. Which was cool. They got 10 routines. Everybody else got 5, I believe. They got 10. And it's like, why are they getting 10? Why are we focusing on them right here? Well, they don't get stage time anywhere else. Where else can they compete? There's a bazillion. Urs won 2 Open bodybuilding shows this last 3 weeks. There's not, I don't even think that many FBB shows have happened this last 2 weeks.
So we're 3 weeks away from the Olympia right now. Who do you want to? I guess the question is not who you think is going to win, but who do you want to see win?
I like Nick right now.
Nick Walker.
Nick looks insane. If he keeps it together, yeah, Nick looks really good. Nick looks insane.
It's so funny. You always write in your predictions.
I'm pretty good at
it. Derek, you predicted him to win at least 3 times in a row.
Yeah, I'm pretty good. If there was betting lines on bodybuilding,
it should be.
Yeah, well, we're all rooting for Nick and obviously Derek and the guys. I think Nick.
I like Nick a lot.
Has a lot of momentum going into this Olympia. We've been following Kyle
Have you
Wilkes,
seen him now?
his coach,
Nick
very closely. Yeah,
he's always been really, really good, but he's super complete.
Yeah, I think he has the complete look, and he actually has a complete team this year as well.
He's so hungry too.
So the thing is, he has so many things going for him.
Yeah, and I think it's a jump ball too, just because of Samson, Derek, everybody. There's a ton of recent winners that we've had, and there's somebody won the Arnold, somebody won. There's not a dominating force. There's not one in Ronnie Coleman era. It was everybody went into that every year. Okay,
Mr. Olympias that won going to be on the same stage, and
exactly.
Brandon Curry as well. So 4 Mr. Olympias.
How long? And what Curry was 2020.
Yes,
2020. So 5 years ago, Mr. Olympia. That's all pretty recent, current. Yeah. That's pretty recent. How many times can we say that's happened?
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, anytime Phil's reign,
Phil was the only one. Yeah,
Phil just won it for all those years, and then before that, Ronnie had just won it for all those years. So there was never a traffic jam of Mr. Olympias on a stage. So I think it's a jump ball. I think Nick could really be pretty good. You know?
It'll be exciting. So we'll be there on the ground floor. Make sure you guys check out the events and the coverages of Generation Iron.
Are you going live there?
We will be there live behind the scenes.
Oh my God. Well, maybe
The Olympia will have its own Olympia live event, of course, but we'll be there.
I can't wait. Jesus. All right. Well, guys.
All right.
Thank you so much for tuning in. We'll be posting. See you later.